So this chapter basically was Momonosuke's chapter. We finally got his adult version revealed. So it is not a black silhouette anymore, and Oda did not troll us. We got his full design and he looks like a complete Chad. Momonosuke looks exactly like Oden, but his hair is a bit longer and he does not have this UFO on top. Basically a pretty relaxing chapter. The folk got information out of there, what happened to Kaido and Orochi and the raid. This was just a roundup chapter for the arc, so the people who do not know now know. Chapter 1051 is out. Shogun of Wano Kozuki Momonosuke. He is finally here. Some people thought it would be Hiyori. I was like, no, it will not be Hiyori. It is Momonosuke's destiny, and it is even said in this chapter. He will be known as the greatest shogun in Wano, in the entire world. So this is a pretty nice foreshadowing that the entire world will know about WANOKUNI, and the borders will still be open very soon. We start off the chapter where we left off. The people are kinda confused, they're running away and they're like, hey, just chill out. You see that this is Boss Kyoshiro, but what the hell is going on? And then the shadows in the dust, in the smoke are approaching one after another. And at the end of the day, there were literally 10 shadows. There were literally 10 shadows, like the prophecy of Toki. Toki said 10 shadows will come and save the country. It literally happened. So the prophecy is fulfilled. The raid is over. The war is over. The fight is done. Kaido, Big Mom, they're gone. We see the silhouettes of Kinemon, of Kawamatsu, of Raizo. All of them are coming in and they're like, hey, guys, please just chill out. We are here. Kinemon is coming out of the dusk and he's still alive. Yes, Kiko looks near dead, but Kinemon is coming out and he's like, yo, we are here, don't worry. And basically the people are just reacting and they're like, hey, you guys were dead 20 years ago. What happened to you? Inuarashi is coming out. Kawamatsu is coming out. The people just reacting. And one of the guys is like, hey, get the cameras ready. Prepare the light scroll snails. We need to broadcast this all over Wano, and from every section and region of Wano-kuni, everybody witnessed this and everybody saw the scabbards, the Akazaya 9 from Oden, and they are here. Besides Ashura Doji, he's dead and I hope he stays dead. We need a few sacrifices here. Raizo is looking there like a boss and he's like, hey, I invented Hokage, I am the one. And people first of all were also confused. They were like, hey, why are they broadcasting this? Is this because of the earthquake that happened? No, that earthquake was something else. It was a huge ass volcanic eruption that sent off everybody flying, and with everybody I mean most likely Big Mom and Kaido, if they were in that thing and got catapulted away. Everybody is reacting. Even Babanuki from Udon is reacting and he's like, whoa, what the hell is going on? The people of Ebisu Town, the poor people are still laughing, but they're curious what the hell is going on. Everybody got to see the Akazaya 9 and they now know the truth. As it should be. We get a pretty funny interaction with the Strawhats and Yamato. And Yamato is there like, hey, I will join you guys. I'm the next crewmate, so I'm here. And we get the reactions of everybody else. And then they find out that she is Kaido's son. Well, daughter, but son, Kozuki Oden's son. And they're like, well, what? The fight is not over. We have to fight you too. And she's like, calm down, guys. I'm not your enemy. I fought alongside you in this war against Kaido and I will be joining you guys now. You can even see Sanji's running. What? Kaido's son? But then he realizes, holy shit, Kaido's son is beautiful. And Kaido's son is a girl? Funny, so Yamato is like, man, I thought you guys were different and exciting. I read about you in the newspapers, but you're just like normal humans. You're just like regular humans, but actually meeting you guys, you're surprisingly. And then the Strawhats, they're like, hey, what do you mean surprising? You think we are weird? Look at your own horns. So, and then Yamato of course stands there. She's like with her club and she's like, okay guys, I will join you. My name is Kozuki Oden, but also known as Yamato. And I'm the next Straw Hat. And we get reactions and Brook and Sanji, they are straightforward. They're like, yes, you can join us. And Sanji of course has the hearts and everything going. Then Robin is like, hey, you are a surprising one. She likes the idea that she is telling them, hey, I'm joining you, because Robin back in the day after Alabasta did the same thing. She was on the ship and she was like, I will sail with you, and Luffy was like, okay, fine, no worries. Jinbei pulls out the vice captain card, which Zoro will do, and he's like, hey, just chill down for 1 second. Luffy will be the one who decides if you can join at the end of the day, but this is it. We have the 10th Straw Hat crew member with Yamato, and most likely now the final official crewmate. And Luffy is saying from back in the day when the story started in East Blue and when he met Zoro, No, before that, even when he was in the Baron, he was like, okay, I should get a crew now together. I think 10 people is enough. And with Yamato, we got the 10th Strawhat crew member. And it is a strong female character. And she is top 2 waifus in the verse. Fact. Of course, Yamato's a little bit worried about Luffy, and she says, hey, Luffy's battle against Kaido, his appearance, it was thrilling, it was out of this world. The things he did, she and Momonosuke are the only 2 ones, and also Kaido, who witnessed Luffy's Gear 5, his awakening of his Nika fruit. It's like, holy shit, the things he has done, only the 2 of them and Kaido witnessed that, and it's like, yeah. Wait until the crew sees that. We see a shot of Zoro and Luffy lying there, Chopper's giving them treatment. The thing is, Luffy after a few pages later, he smiles, he knows, hey, I've done it. But Zoro is straight up not moving, he is literally still dead. The Grim Reaper still has his soul in the underworld in hell somewhere. So Yamato is also then seeing some of the remaining beast pirates and she's chasing them. She's like, hey, you guys, stop the fighting. And then it got confirmation for Jinbei and he was like, okay, yeah, she's on our side, so we do not have to worry about her. We get to also a confirmation for Tama's powers in this chapter, and her powers only remain for 1 month. And this is interesting because after the month is over, the guys, the animals, or now the beast pirates who have Smile Devil Fruit powers, after the 1 month is over, they can decide on their own will if they want to be like this, longer like that, if they want to stay free like this, if they enjoyed the life Tama gave them, this freedom, or if they want to revert back to their angry and animalistic forms. And it's like they downloaded an app or a program for 30 days. They had a free trial and now it's over, and now they have to decide, you want to continue like this or do you want to go away from it? So it is basically like it's your own choice. Speed and Tama also have a little interaction. Tama is like, hey, you're like a mom to me, please stay on my side. And Speed, she's like, oh my god, yes, I do everything for you. Then we get the big speech of the chapter. And this is actually the big thing, because out comes Momonosuke after 20 years. He says, my father Kozuki Oda has passed. We see the silhouette of him in the shadows of dust. And he comes out and the people are reacting and they're like, holy shit, don't tell me. Is this Momonosuke? Yes, it is him. He comes out of there and the citizens are like, wait, what? You telling me that the fire festival is not ending and we can live freely? But what about Orochi? What about Kaido? Don't worry as such. And we get the reactions from everybody. Momo says, no payment necessary for drinking water. I want that poison that will kill this island flow out of the factories ever again. You guys, every single one of you, you are free. It is now over. The 20 years of harshness, the 20 years of pain, of torture, the slavery, it is all now over. It is finally done. And we see Tama, and she has a little flashback when her parents, her mom and dad, went to the factory, got slaved there to work, and they died in there. We see the flashback. She was 4 years old and she cried, that poor little thing. And we see how she tried to make a living for herself. She tried to do these umbrellas for people, but she couldn't sell them. And then we see Tenguyama Hitetsu, and he was like, yeah, here, I want to buy one of your umbrellas. So in a very, very young age, at the age of 4, she's a little child, she tried to earn her own money because her parents died in the factories of Orochi and Kaido. And now Momonosuke announcing no more factories, no more slavery, it is all over now. This, of course, imagine the joy in her, and the promise of Luffy got fulfilled. Luffy told her, you will be living in a land free and you can eat as much as you want, and Luffy exactly did that. Good thing that Tenguyama Hitetsu took care of Tama at the end of the day, so she was not completely alone. The promise of Luffy got fulfilled, and WANOKUNI, after 4 years, 4 years, WANOKUNI is now finally over. So we will now get the final chapters for Wano, and then it will be wrapped up, and then we continue into the madness. Like we've gotten the movie this year with Doctor Strange into the Multiverse of Madness, now this will be One Piece into the News of Madness. Can you imagine? Apu certainly has given out the information to Morgan and he was like, hey, the new gens, they have beaten 2 Yonkos, and Luffy, that little fucker, he beat Kaido, and Morgans will just wrap the word so around and it will be like all of Luffy's credit. And this will be a madness. The world will be in chaos. Everybody will be chasing them, and especially Luffy. And it will be like, and he also took away Kaido's daughter into his own crew and she's following him. Imagine that, it's like holy shit, he beat the Yonko and he took away his daughter. It's like holy shit.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
Then we get the announcement, Momonosuke is standing there and he's like, yeah, the Ninja Pirates Mink Samurai Alliance beat down Kaido and Orochi to raid. We have raided Onigashima and we have won it. Kid is looking there and Law is chilling there and the kid is like, what the hell was that name of the alliance? Why did you guys call it like that? And Law is just, he's like, nah, please don't say that. It is so disgusting. That's the entire name. We even got a shot of Carrot and I was like, oh yeah, she's still there, she's still around. But yeah, Carrot, I guess not joining. Maybe she will also join the crew, I don't know. Momonosuke is giving a speech and then he kinda has no more words left and he's looking at Kinemon and he's like, hey Kin, what do I say next? And Kinemon is like, just say everything from your heart. Just bluff a little bit, say a little bit more so the people can calm down a bit. And then he's like, okay, you know what? This name my father gave me, I am called Momonosuke and that means I'm second to none. And I will promise you guys, I will be the best shogun this country has ever seen. I will be the one leading this country into the next level and I will be the best shogun in the entire world. I, Kozuki Momonosuke, will run over the land of Wano. And we see the shot of Momo in his adult form. He looks like Oden, his face is same like Oden. Besides the eye shadows, he does not have that, and he does not have the UFO on top of his head, but he has the same structure, long hair. And then you can see the reactions because scabbards are crying their eyes out. And then there's Hiyori and she's looking at her brother and then the two of them finally meet and they hug it out. And she makes that same face expression she made back in the chapters where she and Zoro were in the cabin and she was like, I'm so happy that all of them are alive. Narrator explains something very interesting and it says that this famous land of samurais where warriors shall lay down their blades will be led by Kozuki Momonosuke with the age of 8. So it is now confirmed that Momo still is the age of 8 years. He's still an 8-year-old child in the inside and in his overall age. But his appearance and his body is that of a 28 years old man. So Oda said yes, his body, he's now a grown-up with his body and his overall looks, but he's still 8 years old, which makes sense. So Shinobu made him an adult, his body an adult, but his mindset, his soul, he's still 8 years old. Basically he literally skipped the 20 years, but his body did not, he now grew up. We hereby witness the birth of Kozuki Momonosuke, who shall later be known far and wide across the world as the great shogun of Wano. So this will happen, he will be known like that. He will be known like that maybe even before the end war starts. Then the world and the world government will be like, oh my god. Luffy has the backup from WANOKUNI with that great shogun. He will be known like that. Most likely once the newspapers get out there, everybody will be known and everybody will know about Momonosuke being the shogun. So yeah, that wraps up the chapter. Basically it was a roundup chapter, information chapter for the people, and it was Momonosuke's chapter and his final design got revealed. And now it is like happy, the big bads are gone, Orochi is dead, most likely, Kaido is gone, Big Mom is gone, but what about the two of them? What about Big Mom and Kaido? Big Mom, in my opinion, most likely got catapulted away together with Kaido in that huge ass eruption, and she most likely is now or will be now saved by her children, because what other purpose do the Big Mom pirates on that ship have? And Perospero also has to go away from there somehow, and he will most likely find the ship also. Maybe he will find the ship first and he will be like, Mama is dead, I'm now the Big Mom Pirates Captain first lead, and then Big Mom will come and they will find her and they will see, alright, there she is, we save her. And they will go away from WANOKUNI like this. Kaido on the other hand, he may be also in the eruption and he got catapulted away from WANOKUNI entirely. He maybe is somewhere far away in some seas, and Luffy's promise that he will make him fly is now also fulfilled, and Kaido literally went flying on the other side of the new world. Maybe that happened, or he is on some Sky Island, because I think maybe a new Sky Island was created in that volcanic eruption and Kaido is just chilling there. We got this introduction on the Sky Island and now he is catapulted on another new Sky Island and is lying there, half dead, out of commission, you name it. But I think the two Yonko are out of the land, and Kaido especially is catapulted away. His guys are still in WANOKUNI, and them, I don't know, maybe they will get imprisoned or the Marines, the world government ships will take them. We will see about that, because Zunisha, the world G, is still outside waiting. And just to talk about Kaido for 1 second again, because people were still angry why Kaido did not get back up after that fight with Luffy, and I get it, because Luffy in this entire battle against Kaido, he was unconscious, knocked out 3-4 times, and he came back up again. And they're like, why did Kaido not do that? He has more endurance than Luffy, and he's a stronger character. He's the strongest pirate, the strongest creature in the world. And I can only find one explanation to it, because, and that is Luffy's final attack at Kaido, his Monkey God Fist, was so strong that he beat down Kaido with it and he got unconscious and he could not get back up again. I can see it like this, that Luffy's Monkey God Fist was as strong, if not stronger, than the combined attack of Big Mom and Kaido, which they did back in Roof Peace, and which even Law and everybody else stated, hey, if that thing hits us, we are goners. And what happened there? Zoro came in there for just a few seconds. He could hold that so Law could shamble all of them away from that attack. It was that huge, and it broke nearly every bone in Zoro's body. So, and now I can only see one thing, that Luffy's Monkey God Fist was as strong, if not stronger. His island-sized fist was even maybe stronger than that combined attack of the two Yonkos. And with Kaido's weakened state and him being out of stamina and out of energy, maybe at 30%, 20% left, he ate that thing full force, and it just made him completely at zero and it collapsed. And the impact he made with the ground and him landing in the magma, I can only see that as explanation, that Luffy's attack was so devastating that Kaido had no more chance left of getting back up. So this could be the one and only explanation to it, and there's nothing else left. And I can see it as an okay explanation to it, and it's like, yeah, sure. Then we have to accept the one fact that this attack from Luffy, his Monkey God Fist, is just so devastating strong, and it is maybe even the strongest attack in the One Piece verse to this date, and Luffy's strongest attack, period. Until he finds something new, maybe a Gatling version of that thing. This would be pretty scary. We should also get to see what happened to Big Mom and Kaido with the next chapters to finally wrap up WANOKUNI, and then we need to see what happens with Zoro. We need to see him meeting up with Hiyori again and the two of them having a conversation. Maybe even Hiyori will be like, okay Zoro, Jiro, I will wait for you. You have to marry me once you're done and be the greatest swordsman. He has to meet and go to Ryuma's grave. Then we need to see what's happening with Zunisha and what government ships outside. When will Momonosuke open up the borders of Wano? When will that happen? Then the Big Mom pirates and the ships, what's going on there? What is Apu doing? Did he give the informations away? What is Drake doing? Will he now contact Kobe and the Marines and the sword section? Maybe Garp will find out about this. So these questions need to be answered before we leave WANOKUNI, and then enter the madness. Enter the One Piece final verse of madness to the final war to the One Piece. And guys, trust me with one thing. once Kaido is back up again and Big Mom is back up again, the two of them will not stay still. The two of them will be chasing Luffy. They will be after his ass, and they will be like, Mugiwara, where the fuck are you? We are chasing you. And they will try to, and Big Mom will chase Law and Kid before Luffy, because now her grudge is against Kid and Law, and Kaido will be after Luffy. And trust me, at the end of the day, I think Law, Kid, Luffy, Big Mom, Kaido, Shanks, Blackbeard, all of those guys will meet up at Left Tail somehow, some way, and they will fight it out there for the One Piece. I think this thing will happen at the end of the day. This huge ass battle for the One Piece should happen. It should not be just Luffy and Blackbeard, it should be all the big players, because all of them want the One Piece. Why only have Luffy and Blackbeard there? Let all of them fight, let them fight it out for it, and let Luffy be the winner in that. And then we can see what's going on next. Even Shanks will be there to assist Luffy, or Shanks will have a complete turn and we will see he's an evil character. I would hate that. I do not want that happen, but maybe this could also happen. And then there was this statement from the anime director for WANOKUNI that an even greater threat will come for WANOKUNI, who's greater than Kaido and Big Mom. And I'm like, whoa, what's going on? Maybe Rocksteady's back, as the lurking legend will come to WANOKUNI, or he will be introduced at the end of Wano, and he will be like, well, looks like my two guys, Big Mom and Kaido, got smashed by this boy. Garb's grandson it is? Well, no wonder. I gotta check this kid out. Maybe he's alive and he's the biggest threat ever. So we gotta see what happens next. But yeah, we got a new Strawhat crew member also. Yamato is joining. It was clear as fuck that she would join, right? Who would have thought? Who was not thinking like this? Who was not believing that she would not join? She is joining as the 10th Strawhat crew member. It is final like this, man. But before she finally joins and Luffy goes back up and she's like, yo, Luffy, okay, I'm with you as Kozuki Oda. Luffy will be like, Yamato, no, you can join my crew, I accept it, come with us, no worries, no problem at all, but you come to my crew as yourself, as Yamato, as the daughter of Kaido, not as the son of Kaido, the self-proclaimed Kozuki Oden. You have to be yourself. You do not do something else. You're not somebody else. You can have Oden as your mentor, as the one person you respect, as your idol, but you have to be yourself. You join my crew as Yamato, not as Kozuki Oden. And Luffy will say that and she will accept it and she will have a new mentality and a new way of thinking, and she will be like, okay, you know what, Luffy, you're right. Because Luffy is not also proclaiming that he is Shanks, Akagami no Shanks. He has Shanks as his idol. Shanks saved his life, and he's not saying the word, yeah, I'm Akagami no Shanks, but also known as Monkey D. Luffy. No, he's not doing that, and Yamato, you have to stop that too. It's your turn now. What you thought of the chapter? It was pretty cool, it was relaxing, it was a nice chapter, a roundup chapter, and now the interesting part will start from here on now. What will happen? And the summarizing and the combination, and so everything can come together, and what will go on in WANOKUNI and the outside world. Prepare for the madness. Leave a like, leave a comment. Gonna catch you guys next time. The madness comes in and it is not stoppable. It is here. It is going to go down. This will be epic. Catch you guys next time. Bye.
My back!
Why do you come here?